Well, the largest school in the Central Suburban South meets the smallest school in the Central Suburban North. Senior Day here at the ballpark. The 12 seniors graduating this year, honored today. And the first pitch is high, a ball. Quinn Garrett leading it off for the Vernon Hills Cougars. They're the newest team in the Central Suburban League. They took over when Waukegan switched over to the North Suburban. And Vernon Hills has about as many students as New Trier has freshmen. Just about 100 or 200 apart. Swinging a ground ball foul outside of third. New Trier, the largest school in the Central Suburban League, although Evanston is growing in numbers now and is not that far behind New Trier. Crossover game. Strike three and Guerin out. One away. Brandon Holloway, the batter. Added to it being Senior Day, it is also Cancer Awareness Day. That's the reason for the pink hats that the baseball caps of Trevians are wearing today. And it is also the reunion, baseball reunion of the state championship team from 2009. And a bunch of them are here today. So it's kind of like a bunch of things going on today. But the weather is only partly cooperating, kind of cloudy and dreary today. Forecast is for rain, but maybe it can hold off through the game today. Foul ball away. Now the pitch, and that is low, a ball. Outfield playing shaded slightly to right. And fly ball coming in and taking it for the out. Center fielder. 2 up, 2 down. And Caleb Thompson, the batter. Jack Liepert on the mound. Swinging a minute strike. Hope you enjoy our broadcast. And that's going to be a base hit. Drop in right center for the single. Got a wet field today. With all the rain, it's kind of hard not to have wet conditions. Josh Lee, the batter. Look over to first a couple of times. The pitch in there for a strike. Strike one. Baseball action. Coming to the playoff time. Trevians have only one more series between New Trier and Evanston yet to go before the playoffs. And a couple of makeup games. There goes the runner, there goes the throw, and right on the money, strike. And that ends the inning in the top half of the first. For Vernon Hills, no runs, a hit. Nobody left. Go to the bottom half of the first. No score between Vernon Hills and New Trier. Henry Polinsky leading it off for the Trevians. And takes a pitch high, ball one.
Come on, sandpaper.
Vernon Hills is out roughly Milwaukee Avenue and Town Line Road, Route 60. Out by the Hawthorne Mall, a little south of there. Southwest of that corner there. We don't have the trips to Waukegan anymore. Here's a strike. Henry Polinsky. And a ground ball. Shortstop has it. Over to first in time. One up, one down. Here's Cal Marin. And Marin does the same thing. First pitch, ground ball, shortstop over to first. 2 up, 2 down. And Jack Miller the batter. And he takes a strike. Trevians will play in the Niles North Regional. Loyola will come in in 4th seed, and New Trier in the 5th seed in the sectional, and they will play each other. They will play in the same regional, but whether they play each other, of course, it's a question that has to be decided. A bunch of playing games and everything else. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Trevians go quietly in the first. At the end of 1, no score between Vernon Hills and New Trier, and we'll be back. On the cable and the internet, this is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. It's not where you play, but how you play. And that's determined by how hard you practice. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the second inning. First time these two teams have actually met in conference play. Seniors, you're awesome. Okay. And congratulations to the parents, too. Got a couple that they're finishing up. Yeah, okay, guys. They do that after the first inning, I guess. Okay. Have a little fun. League play. First time in league play that Vernon Hills and New Trier have played each other. And Joshua follows one off, a windshield whacker. Got another one. There's actually a story from the 1950s. Somebody parked a car out in, I want to say, right field. And Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle both hit homers. The guy went out. He had 2 holes in his windshield, one on the right side, one on the left side, and 2 baseballs sitting in the car. Yogi Berra's and Mickey Mantle's. There's a foul ball.
Yeah, let me know.
And another one fouled back. Jack Liepert on the mound. Duke Olga's set to lead off the bottom half of the second for the Trevians. And another one fouled away. Hanging in there. And ball 4. Coax the walk. Ethan Bowers, the batter. There goes the runner. There goes the throw. They got him again. Donald Strickland started to find a pretty good throw. Beginning of the year, it was a little scattered arm. Now he's consistently throwing men out there. Foul ball. Another one fouled away. And a pitch high, a ball. Now baseball moving along. The left-hander delivers. Squibber foul. One out, nobody on. Foul back. Boy, the windshields aren't safe tonight. Hot shot, error. And on at first is Ethan Bowers. They rolled it in error. Jake Morris, the batter. Here's a strike. I remember one year I was down in Champaign. I was talking to in a tournament.
You'll see it when you get there.
And there's a limit. There was a limit in that league, about 5,000 students. You had 5,000. High school maximum number you could have is 5,000.
Yeah.
So the parents were remarking how strong the team was. And I said, how many high schools you get? And I go, one. One? Yeah, all they get is New Trier. How many kids at New Trier? Well, at that time, about 4,300. And they were talking to me. They said they had one of the high schools in that particular group. He had something like 150 kids in the whole high school. And I said, well, we get that many out for football.
Say hello to me?
Used to, not anymore. Strike three. The varsity football team, 150, not anymore. Two down. Danny Wissett. Bat shared. Runner on at first. And a soft little liner taken by Cal Marin and the top of the second inning. We played an inning and a half. No score between Vernon Hills and New Trier. As we said, had the 2009 guys coming back. There's a couple of them there. Connor Murphy, Lowell Hall, Schrader, Joe Schrader. Pitch outside the ball. John Schrader. No, one guy's not going to be here. It's from that 2009 group. It's Charlie Tilson. Charlie's up playing with the Chicago White Sox now. Out the pitch on the way. Ball four. And Olgus. Leadoff walk. And Preston Anderson comes to bat. Sean bunt. And the bunt. The sacrifice going to work. Move the runner along. Olgas on at second. And Charlie Brodell, the batter. And a line shot right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Olgas is not going to attempt to come home. Runners at the corners. And Eddie Harvey, the batter. And the bunt. Try to throw it home, and they missed the tag. That's pretty scary. Have a player the size of Duke Olgas coming charging down the line at you. And the run home. Here's Donald Strickland. So 2 out. 1 out.
Go down, get a good angle. Up the back.
And another bunt. The sacrifice going to move the runners along. Runners at second and third. And Alex Mendez, the batter. And a little topper. And nowhere to go with it. Kind of a swinging bunt. Actually, out of all 3 of the sacrifices, if you will, that one was the best. The rest of them went back to the mound. So runners at the corners, 2 runs home, and now missed sign and caught stealing is Mendez. And the Trevians are done here in the bottom half of the second. You're watching New Trier Baseball on the cable and the internet. Stop cyberbullying. Be smart. Have a heart. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the 3rd inning. 2-0. New Trier leading Vernon Hills. Vernon Hills will play in the Lake County sectional pot.
Hey, guys.
And they are a 3A team, not a 4A. So they will not face New Trier. Right back up the middle, it's a base hit. Alex Yu leads off the inning with a single. And Caden Zeno, the batter. Shortens the bunt, bunts it, and not going to get him. Safe all around. Little bunt single on the sacrifice. So 2 out. Back to the top of the batting order. Quinn Guerin, the batter. Lee Britt looks back. Delivery. Pitch is high, and he gets away, and the runners will advance on up. So, 2 in scoring position. Representing the tying runs for the Cougars. And fouled back. Windshield whacker back behind us. The New Trier home game of the New Trier Evanston series coming up will be at Northwestern University. There's a strike on the stadium field there. The baseball stadium field, Miller Park. And fouled away. And a little outside for a ball. Top of the third. And the pitch. And fly ball out to right. Taken by Polinsky. The long throw. They're going to throw back to second. Concede the run. Nearly had the runner over there. Brandon Holloway. And foul ball on the attempt. We have over 800 games on our YouTube. All you got to do is you can subscribe to us and get the games that way. And strike on the outside corner. Got things like both the state championships. The 2000 and the 2009 state championships are both up there on the internet. Another one fouled off. Holloway hanging in there. Another one fouled away. And a ball, a little low and outside. And a ground ball. That's going to get through for the base hit. A single. The throw to the first baseman. Bout to shortstop. They got him. Trying to advance on. A great play. So a score that is a single. He's out trying to advance. Run home. And a fly ball. And taken by Polinsky for the out and the inning. We played an inning and a half, 2.5. And it's 2-1 to Trier leading Vernon Hills. Bottom of the third, top of the batting order. Henry Polinsky takes a pitch outside for a ball. They lock and load. In there for a strike. And outside a ball. Top of the batting order. Here at the bottom of the third. And a little tapper comebacker. Over to first. One away. Cal Marin, the batter.
Both of them, well,
And
with
takes a
those
ball.
two, both played this sport.
Swing and a miss, strike. And low in the dirt. And outside the ball. Ron Klein Diamond at Duke Childs Field. Fly ball. And the left fielder waits and takes it for the out. 2 down. And Jack Miller, the batter. Miller struck out his first time up, batting here in the 3rd inning. And a pitch upstairs for a ball. Swing and a miss, straight. And a strike at the knees, outside corner.
Go, Jack.
And fouled away. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Trevians go quietly here in the bottom of the 3rd. At the end of 3, it's 2-1. New Trier leading Vernon Hills. We'll be back. Check out the baseball library, part of the Great Games of the Past from the Metro Chicago Sports Network on YouTube. Parents should be supportive, not intrusive. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Go to the top of the 4th inning. 2-1 the score. New Trier leading Vernon Hills. Josh Wee leading it off. Swing and a miss, straight. Middle of the batting order due up for the Cougars. Leaper delivers low and inside a ball. Yeah, strike on the outside corner. Ethan Bowers on deck. On the pitch. And skimmed away. Foul ball. Stay alive. And ground ball. Foul. And fly ball, right field. Drifting over, right fielder Polinsky takes it for the out. One away. Ethan Bowers, the batter. Heading to the halfway point in this ball game. Ground ball. Third baseman has it. Over to first in time. Rodell to Anderson for the out. 2 down. And Jake Morris, the batter. Swing and a miss, strike. Foul ball. Swung right to it, strike three, and we're halfway home with the ball game. Halfway home, the Cougars, 1 run on 4 hits. Trevians, 2 runs on just 2. Duke Olgas fouls one off. Middle of the batting order due up for the Trevians, too. Olgas, Preston Anderson, and Charlie Brodell. And fouled off, windshield whacker. And a pitch high, a ball. Yeah, that one's high, a ball. And strike 3. One away. Here's Preston Anderson. Cloudy gray morning. Saturday morning in real time. High and outside, a ball. And somewhat chilly, particularly for a middle of the May day. High and outside, a ball. And ball 4. Preston Anderson draws the walk. Here's Charlie Brodell. And the pitch inside a ball. Yeah, strike right down the middle. Went out, one on. Fisted away. And low it outside a ball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and Brodell down. And here's Eddie Harvey. He was safe on a fielder's choice. They tried to get Duke Olgas at home, and Olgas just ran by him. I think if I were that catcher, I'd let Olgas go by him too. Duke's about 6'5" and about 280. Pitch is high, a ball. Oh, yeah. Just remember the case when they, shall we say, they didn't pull. Let him go by. That's a base hit right down the line. They'll hold him at second on the single right down the third baseline. So runners are first and second. With 2 out, and here's Donald Strickland, the batter. And a ground ball. First baseman. Over to the pitcher covering. And we're done with the fourth. At the end of four, it remains 2-1 to Trier leading Vernon Hills. On the cable and the internet, this is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. You drink, you drive, you lose. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the fifth inning. Trevians continue to lead this one. And Gordy Campbell there. One of the 2009 guys. Was the right fielder, I think, on that team. A ball. Oh. Let's see if I can remember the outfield left or right. Caro on the left. Charlie Tilson in center and Gordy Campbell in right. I think that was the outfield. Wissep takes the strike. New pitcher on the mound, Joe Fox. Joe reminds me of those guys in that 2007 team. Boy, a lot of them were all that size. About 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'8". And hit by the pitch. Wissep aboard. Here's Alex Yu. That was a team that has a bunt on the sacrifice. It's going to work, move the runner along. And Caden Zeno, the batter. Actually, I had games where we walked in with the team, and they said, "How many coaches do you have?" I go, "What are you talking about? Those guys can't be players. They're too big." No, they're all players. They look like they're 21 years old. I said, "Yeah, they're players." The infield, too, was all big players. Joe's size. Joe's about 6'5". Joe Fox, the pitcher right now. Here's a strike. Imagine a team of Joe Fox and Duke Olgas. It's kind of what we had that year. Foul ball. And they ended up finishing second at state. They made it to the Super Sectional in 2006 and finished second in state in 2007. Got surprised in 2008 and came back and won state in 2009. High pop-up on the infield. First baseman Preston Anderson calls for it and takes it for the out. Two-away, back to the top of the batting order, and Quinn Guerin, the batter. Time called. They look back. The pitch, a little inside, a ball. And that's low ball. They've been playing baseball on this field now for 63 years. And strike. Something like that. And foul ball. I remember seeing the old ball field, the one before Duke Childs. It was still there, but not used. Back in the days when I went to high school, and I've been out of high school now 51 years. Pitch is high ball. Old facility at the high school. Southwest corner there. You had nothing but benches, no dugouts or anything like that, just benches. Strike 3. And we're done with the top half of the fifth inning. Got to the bottom half of the fifth. Trevians 2 and the Cougars 1. Number 9 in the batting order, Alex Mendez leading it off. Here at the bottom of the fifth. Takes a pitch inside for a ball. And he gets hit by the pitch. So Mendez aboard. And Henry Polinsky is the batter. There's the 2009 group. They're hiding out there out in left field. Polinsky shows bunt. Go to first, runner back. High and outside a ball. Yeah, well outside a ball. And a light shot, base hit to right. The single, and Mendez will stop at second, so 2 out. And Cal Marin, the batter. And he shows bunt. But they check Mendez at second. Kind of a bees in the bat day today. And a bunt attempt, and that's fouled off. And showed bunt. Nearly took his head off. The long look in. They look back. And again. Trying to pitch it high and tight so he can't bunt it. And gave Marin a shaven haircut. 2 bits. Now they pitch. And that's high a ball. Throw out to second. Not in time. The long look in. And the pitch, there's the bunt. That's going to do the job, move the runners along. 1 out, 2 out. Jack Miller, the batter. And a little tight, a ball.
Come on, Bill.
Yeah, that one's high, a ball.
Let's go.
Runners at second and third. Trevians trying to add to the 1-run lead they have. Pitch is a strike at the knees. Again, the look in. And the pitch on the way, a ground ball comebacker. They're going to go home and tag out Mendez on the fielder's choice. Not a smart move to send him on a comebacker like that. Must have been a contact play. Here's Duke Olgas. Runners at the corners. And Olgas with a high fly ball. And giving chase, not going to be able to get to it. And Olgas into second with the double, and that'll score 2. So Duke Olgas with the double. Kind of a seeing eye thing right down the right field line. Goes Preston Anderson. There goes Olgas and a stolen base. Outside a ball. And a high fly ball. Going to be a triangle shot. Left fielder comes in and takes it for the out and the inning. But not before the Trevians pick up 2 more and lead it 4-1. We'll be back. You're watching New Trier Baseball on the cable and the internet from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Distracted driving is dangerous. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Top of the sixth inning. Trevians have a little breathing room now, 4-1. Brendan Holloway leading it off for the Cougars. And a ball one. Ball two. Joe Fox on the mound. And inside a ball. And strike. Caleb Thompson on deck. 2, 3, and 4 in the Cougars batting order. And ball four. So Holloway aboard via the walk. Caleb Thompson, the batter. And the bunt. To pick up the throw, not in time. Oh, it is in time. 5-3 on the sacrifice. And Holloway over to second. Looked like it wasn't in time, but I guess we got there late with the camera. There's a strike. Just wing. Outside a ball. Again to throw out the second. Nearly threw it away. Time called. Ground ball. Whoopsie. And Holloway on his way home. Here comes the throw. Nope. Got away, but the runner was going to second anyway, so it does not count as an error. But it does count as an RBI. No, it does not because it was an error. We got him on. Here's Ethan Bowers. And it's a 4-2 ball game. Yeah, straight. Right down the outside corner. And fouled away. Windshield whacker. Bus. Headed for the bus. Down the line. No, not quite that far, but. And strike three. That used to be the call in Madison, Wisconsin, at the old ballpark there. Short right field fence when they wanted a home run. And, whoa, they miscued where it was. And all the way from second, the runner comes home to second run. Well, the problem was that Strickland lost sight of the ball and couldn't pick it up. And then when Joe Fox ran over to pick it up, nobody covered home. And so on the error, well, it's not considered an error, it's considered a pass ball. You don't consider that an error. strike. So Trevians, although they made 2 fielding miscues here in the inning, I've only been credited with 1 error. 3 fielding miscues on credit with 1 error. Strike 3. And we're done with the top of the 6th. Go to the bottom of the 6th. And it's back to a 1-run ball game. Charlie Brodell leads it off. Swing and a miss, strike. Largest school in the Central Suburban League versus the smallest school in the Central Suburban League. They play in different conferences, the North and the South. Ground ball. Third baseman has it over to first. 1 away. The South Conference larger schools, technically. There's a fly ball back left fielder. Kind of got himself turned around a little bit up by the state championship signs. And into second with the double is Eddie Harvey. And Donald Strickland, the batter. It's a ball. There goes Harvey. And strike. And Harvey with the stolen base. And a butt foul. Pitch high, a ball. To Donald Strickland, runner at third. 1 out. Infield pulled in looking for a play at the plate. And out with batter interference to Strickland. Here's Brett Johnson. Ran into the catcher. Ball gets away. Brett Johnson batting for Alex Mendez. Inside a ball.
Go, 9, come on.
Two out. And outside a ball. Eddie Harvey at third. And strike to Brett Johnson.
Still your count, Jake. Come on.
And ball 4. That puts Trevian runners at the corners. And brings up Henry Polinsky. Henry singled and scored his last time up. That was last inning. Pitch outside a ball. And fouled away off to the left. And a ground ball. Oopsie. That'll bring home the run. Here goes the throw to third, and they got Johnson for the third out to end the inning. But the Trevians pick up an insurance run and lead it 5-3 as we go to the seventh. Hold 'em and go home time. We'll be back with more. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sports is a lot more than winning and getting noticed. It's about learning life lessons. A message in the public interest from the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Go to the seventh inning. 5-3, New Trier leading Vernon Hills. Now that's one way to get back to the dugout after running out to the fence. Little game of leapfrog, huh? Second pitch, straight. Danny Wissib leading it off. And a strike. And a high fly ball. Right fielder right in position for it. Takes it for the out. One away. Alex Yu, the batter. And pitch high a ball. Ball one. And strike. New pitcher on the mound. And low ball. Or is that Joe? I guess that is Joe. They got a bit straight. I take that back. It's Anderson. Preston Anderson. And a windshield whacker. And ball four. So you aboard. And Caden Zeno, the batter. So third pitcher of the ball game. There's a strike. Number 9, the batting order, Zeno. And strike. And line shot. Well, it's actually a fielder's choice. They're saying a double play. The New Trier guys are calling a double play, but it is not. It is simply a fielder's choice. The runner's out at second. And the lead runner out at second. And the runner safe at first. And Quinn Garrett. Ground ball and not in time. Little infield single. So 2 on. And Brandon Holloway the batter. 2 out. That's inside of ball one. And a pitch high ball. bases. The Cougars have runners at first and second. And a pitch high, a ball, threatening to load the bases. Handball 4, that's exactly what happened. So the bases are loaded. The tying run in scoring position, 2 out. And Caleb Thompson, the number 3 batter in the Vernon Hills lineup. And a curveball strike. Caught in the corner. And low ball. And pitch high, a ball. And strike 2. Anderson gets his sign from Strickland. And the pitch on the way. He went fishing in the Schuylkill Lagoon. Strike 3. And the ball game is all over. We'll be back in just a moment to wrap this one up. On the cable and the internet, this is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Sport a winning attitude. A message in the public interest for the Metro Chicago Sports Network. The 2009 group that made it back, how many of those guys can I name? I see Bob Cook in there, Lowell Hall, Jeremy Roosevelt, John Schrader, Jake Dede, Connor Murphy, Ryder Borey, Tim Duxbury, Gordy Campbell. I think I got them all. Anyway, the class of 2009, the state championship team back for their 10-year reunion. Final word on this ball game for the new Trier Trevians. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, and we're being kind there. 5 strikeouts for Vernon Hills pitchers. The Trevians were walked twice. New Trier left 5 on base and 2 stolen bases. For Vernon Hills, the Cougars had 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They were struck out 7 times by Trevians pitchers, walked 3, and they left 6 on base. That'll do it for us for this game. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Stick around for more sports action on the network. And for all of us, we say as always, thanks for watching and so long, everybody.